Hi friends, it's Sketchy. I recently received some watercolor paper and watercolor pencils from my friends at Hippie Crafter, and I want to do a cartoon baby parakeet with you. Let's give this a try, okay? So I've got some watercolor paper, and it's pretty stiff, and there is some texture to it, and that texture is there to pick up the medium from the watercolor pencil itself. And I want the parakeet to be green, so I'm gonna choose a green color. Look at all these colors. I'll use a medium color of green. Right now I'm just gonna rough in the basic kind of shapes. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a really big circle, and this is gonna be the head. So draw a circle about the size of an orange or a tennis ball or something like that. Then I'm gonna draw a very small body. And that body is gonna be like a U shape from here. Kind of make it a U shape that kind of goes like this. All right? So it starts not quite in the center, but just a little left of center, okay? And it starts straight down, and then it comes straight across, and it kind of comes up at the very, very end. And right here, let's see, right here, we're going to create another C shape like this. So we have the head and the body. Big ol' head. Make it as perfectly spherical as you can. Now you can see where I drew wrong. I kind of got off the circle, but I just corrected it, okay? Like this. So I have a big circle and then a little like, kind of, looks like a lemon shape almost. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a teeny little tail. And that's gonna just continue this same curve up. And then I'm going to create a flat line from here to here. Teeny little cute tail. Now I'm also gonna create a tear shape, starting right down here, come up right almost to the head, and then right back down. It's kind of like this tear shape. To make it look like feathers, I'm just gonna create a line like this from here to here. See that? So these end up looking like little feathers. The next thing are the feet. So really, really simply, I'm gonna draw kind of like, think about right here is the center of the whole body. To make sure that he doesn't look like he's gonna tip over, I've gotta put the feet in the right place. So I'm gonna put the feet kinda right here. And here's another one right here. So about 2/3 the way down, and where it starts to flatten out, I'm gonna draw two little shapes like that. The front one's gonna be a little bit bigger, so I'll make it a little bit wider. And then I'm gonna do this to the bottom. I'm gonna draw 3 toes. And they're gonna be kinda small and chubby. Following the same line here, come out, around, and then right back up. It kind of looks like a little worm. See that? Then I'm gonna draw the next toe right alongside it. See that? And then I'm gonna draw the back toe, and it's gonna come from right here. See how it looks like little worms? We'll do the same thing for the other side. So draw the top first, this line here. Back. And because this toe is in the way, I'll miss it entirely. And then I'm gonna draw the second toe, so it's gonna start in the same place. And then it's gonna have a back toe. And we don't see very much of it. Now I'm gonna draw the head, and this is the fun part. If you want something to look really, really cute, you'll have very, very big eyes, and they'll be closer to the bottom side of the shape, much like a baby. If this were a baby's head, if I draw the eyes up here, and a big nose, and a smile, that doesn't look like a baby, not at all. Let's erase that guy, that's not a baby. If halfway, now I put the eyes down here, I have a teeny nose and a teeny mouth. Now we're talking. The ears are down here. Now, that looks like a baby. And the same thing applies to animals and birds and fish and things like that. So below halfway, I'm gonna draw, let's see, I'll draw an eye kind of right here, and draw a big one. And then I'm gonna draw another eye right here. It's gonna be not a circle, but it's gonna be a little bit more of an ellipse. Okay, it's about the same height. Now the noses are gonna be super small. So I'm gonna draw so right between the eyes, I'm gonna draw a hook like this. Here's the back of the beak. And then it comes over like this. So it's kind of a tear shape. And then the bottom of the beak starts not quite to the end, but down here. It's gonna come down and then up to match. That's the lower beak. Oftentimes these parakeet have like a little ridge right here. Let's add that ridge. Now let's add have him looking at, let's have him looking at maybe like a little worm down here. So I'm going to draw, kind of lock in this circle a little bit better by darkening it in. And I'm gonna draw a great big iris like this. Lock in this oval as well. And I'm gonna have it great big iris like this. So it's kind of looking at a worm that's like a big worm. We're just looking at each other. Smiling. Okay. Now parakeets also have sometimes little feather decorations on the top of their head. So I'm going to draw some cute little C-shape or little curved lines. Curved line. Curved line right here. Add one more. There. Like a little crown. See if I can bring this down in front just a little bit. Almost looks like grass with this green pencil. I'm going to add a highlight right here, which means I've got to erase this line right there. I'm glad these colored pencils from Hippie Crafter can erase really good. So now let's kind of lock in the details with a black pencil. I'm gonna grab one of these that's not a watercolor pencil, or you can use like a marker or something like that that won't get dissolved when we add water to it. So I'm gonna quickly outline my little bird. Let this wing come out a little bit forward. I just add a little tail feathers in there. I'll draw this front claw first. And then the back paw. Darken this pupil. Remember, if you want things really, really dark, turn your paper or turn your pencil and go across the other grain of the paper so that the texture of the paper will pick up more of your medium. Remember what medium is. Medium is the color part or the center part of your pencil or whatever you're using to color. Notice how I stopped where the beak was. So I want to make sure the beak looked like it was in front. Go around the specular highlight. And then I'm going to draw all this really, really dark. Draw this ridge, this beak, this lower beak. So we draw his friend here too. Let's draw his little wormy friend. Finish him off. I'll make him like a little night crawler, so I'll give him a little bit of a band here. Smile. Okay, and the reason I wanted to use watercolor pencils and watercolor paper, parakeets are super colorful, and I wanted to see how colorful these colored pencils were. So let's jump into it. Let's start with a light lemony yellow color for the highlights. Nice stiff pencils. And make sure his face is really yellow. Now let's add some water to see if we can blend these colors together. Use a very saturated brush, and I'm gonna start with the light colors first. And I'm gonna darken in these darker colors, or wet up the darker colors. Make this really fun. Just wetting them up so they blend a little bit more. I want to add a little shadow, I just bring some of that darker brush. It's like using just this, the wet brush, and it kind of just magically blends everything together in a really fun way. I've already added the darker value in the shadow areas of the feet and the beak. Oh, look at that. Let's do the shadow just by wetting it down a little bit. Isn't that fun? So that's how you draw a baby parakeet, and use watercolor pencils to color it in. I want to thank my friends at Hippie Crafter for giving me these pencils to try out, and I want to thank you for watching these videos. Please subscribe and stay sketchy. See you later.